welcome back. Welcome back to Anime Scoville Reviews. I'm here today to review a classic. I watched the English dub, which was funny because, you know, dubs of this era, not great. But, overall, I enjoy the anime. I can't even tell you how it tastes because all it's filled with meat. Welcome back to ASR Season 2! And today I'm here to describe Cyber City Oedo to you. And to do that, I'm going to drink some of this Ghost Pepper Hot Sauce, generic brand, sold at Target, distributed, not a sponsor. Here we go. I don't... Oh no! Okay, so... Cyber City is a 3-part series. They call them episodes, but they're basically 3 short OVAs. And it's about the main guy, Sengoku, and then his 2 buddies, well, they're not buddies, but Benton and Gogol. And each of them have a special set of skills or whatever. They're, tell me if you've heard this one before, DC Comics. The story is, they're criminals with hundreds of years on their sentence, and they're like, you can either go back to your cell or do these super dangerous missions and get a life sentence decrease if you do them right and do what we say. Otherwise, we're going to blow your heads off. You have these collars on. So that's the plot. That's summed up what happens in the first one. Otherwise, these 3 episodes, OVAs, don't have anything in common aside from the central characters. The setting is old 80s anime set in the future. So if you know things like Cowboy Bebop, then you're aware of what this is like. Blocky robots, cylindrical vehicles, floating ones, rolling ones. They're from the time period. The animation actually looks really good. It's really clean, a lot of detail that they jammed into these 3 OVAs. They got gore, they got robots, but the music is what you'd expect from the time period. It's just 80s things and tangs, you know, whatever. But the dub sells it. You can watch it in Japanese and whatever, watch it with subtitles, but the dub is so good because it's so terrible. They all have accents from like Brooklyn, even though they're in like Neo-Tokyo. So like, yeah, gotta go get that criminal. Yeah, gotta go get him. This sucks. Each of the 3 episodes is, like I said, disconnected, but each one is basically focused on one of those 3 guys. Sengoku almost gets killed in the first one. Gogol almost gets killed in the second one, and Benton almost gets killed in the third one. And despite it being very future and technological based, these guys are forced to be like vigilante cops. They're I lost my train of thought. We'll cut this. But there's also a robot sidekick in this dub who sucks. It's the worst. The robot is so awful. It's just monotone and louder than everybody else. And it's like, you must go to the door. I cannot approve you doing crimes. It's like, it's worse than that. It's higher pitch and it just sucks. That's my main complaint. Other than, it's really silly that despite this being all futuristic, there's something supernatural in every episode. Whatever. They have a background Kojima level complex explanation as to why, but it doesn't really work out. And the 3rd episode doesn't end on a great note. It's not like a cohesive series that begins well and ends well, but really quickly, like Fooly Cooly. It's like every episode just wraps up with the villain being killed or whatever. They get their objective, and that's that. The 3rd episode doesn't end on a note that makes you think, oh, it's a wrap. So maybe the series is supposed to be more, and it ended. I don't know. As a whole, the anime is, it's medium. I mean, if you're into this time period, if you're into sci-fi stuff, then It's fun. It's a fun one to watch. Don't go out of your way. Don't pay high dollar to see it because it's not super quality aside from the animation, but it is entertaining to say the least. This sauce is spicy. This stuff burns. It may be generic brand, but it burns my name brand tongue.